Barstool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports. I am Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Monday, September 18th.
Yes.
And what do we want to talk about, Brandon?
Is Colorado football going to start a new civil war? Nobody is indifferent about Colorado football. You were either all the way in or all the way out.
Yeah, Saturday was the crisis point because I think both sides, if you love Deion and love what he's doing at Colorado, you walked away from that game saying,
right.
I am right. I am, you know, because like the hoopla, all the celebrities that they kept showing, the fact that they come back to win, the fact that you have a team in Colorado. I believe Colorado State won 4 games last year. Colorado,
they went 3-9.
They won 3 games last year.
All right.
Colorado, we know they won 1 game last year.
Sure.
You have a rivalry that nobody in the last ever has ever given a shit about.
Right.
Suddenly, a lot of this country is staying up till 2 a.m. to watch. So if you're someone that's like Deion is awesome and is awesome for the sport, you walk away from that saying, I'm right, suck it haters. If you're a Deion hater, you walk away from this game saying, I was right because Colorado's a fraud and they're not actually that good and they were a 24-point favorite and then they ran onto the field to celebrate the win. So therefore, I'm right. And to your point, I think that's where we arrived on Sunday morning. Everyone woke up and said, I'm right.
Well, the real truth, I believe, is in the middle. Deion is the biggest story in college football, and he has done a remarkable job at Colorado. I think they're going to win 6 games, and that is from where they were.
Hold on.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness! So we got schedule read
I'm
this
read
early on a Monday.
I'm read the schedule.
This
I gotta
quickly?
do it. I gotta do it. Because if you're going to say they're going to win 6 games, I think the people at home deserve to have the schedule read to them.
So I think they're going to win 6 games, maybe 7. It depends if they can beat Arizona or not. I think they have come a long way. The problem is, don't let me ruin the narrative by saying a real football observation here, because nobody actually uses real football observations when looking at this thing. They just don't have the beef up front. They have the skill position players. They have the defensive backs. They have the quarterback. They don't have the beef up front. Like, they couldn't get to the Colorado State quarterback, and they couldn't keep Colorado State off their quarterback.
Yeah, they don't have depth either.
But that being said, like, they were kind of dead in the water, and Shedeur Sanders led them 98 yards in a minute and a half to tie a game, and then had to get the 2-point conversion. Like, they were faced with their own mortality in that game, and came through, and they passed that with a bullet.
Yeah. They did do that.
That's what they did.
All right, so let's. You say 6 wins. They already have 3. So
right.
that means
they're
going to win 3 more games.
I think they're going to go 3-2 after USC and Oregon coming up.
Let's read some
Oh,
schedules.
I'm sorry. Did I read too much schedule
Let's
there?
read some schedules. At Oregon this Saturday.
I believe that's a loss.
You believe that is a loss. I think most people did. Travis Hunter is not going to play in this game.
Correct.
Do we know what his injury is? It's probably a cracked rib.
It could be a cracked rib. It could be a shoulder. And another thing. This online discourse about this hit, people act like this guy should be thrown in jail. He should never play football again. Like, was it a questionable, dirty hit? Yeah, but it was a questionable, dirty football hit. This happens in football every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, this is not something.
Right.
I don't think this guy woke up that morning saying, I'm going to go break Travis Hunter's rib. I think he was tired of the bullshit and was sending a message early in the game, and it was late and it was dirty and it deserved a 15-yard penalty, but that's it. That's what it deserved.
So you're saying the pussification of America is on full display with how
I'll have that blog later.
Okay,
yes.
all right.
Yes.
At Oregon.
Volume 29 of my Pussification of America blog series is coming out later.
You really don't want me to read the schedule.
So we got at Oregon.
USC at home.
I think that's 2 losses.
At Arizona State.
I think that's a win.
That's a win.
So we're at 4-2.
Stanford at home.
5-2.
That's a win.
And now it gets a little bleak after this.
Then it becomes interesting,
Yeah.
we'll say. At UCLA.
They're ranked right now. I think that could be a loss. Although it could be a win,
Could be a winner. That's
yeah.
See, this
But
is
I
why
would lean
this
loss.
is why we read the schedules, because it could go either way.
I would lean loss. I would lean loss.
Will they be favored in that game, you think?
I doubt it.
Yeah, because by then
Depends on what
UCLA.
UCLA has been a very quiet team. They played nobody so far, but they're killing teams. So it depends on what UCLA does against their first 2.
Oregon State at home.
Oregon State's too good.
Oregon State is probably better. Not even probably. I think Oregon State's better than Colorado.
Oregon State's a sneaky playoff contender.
I still think Colorado has one more like magical upset up their sleeve.
They could.
That could be the game.
That could be the game, but I think Oregon State's really fun. I think Oregon State's the worst matchup in the country for them because they're going to just run. I don't think Colorado has a defensive line to stand it.
I feel like because it's either going to be this is why we read the schedules, Brandon, because this is important. The people need to know this. If you're someone like me that believes that Colorado still has one Folsom Field magical moment left,
well, that could be USC in a couple weeks.
Could be USC. It seems more likely. They play Stanford at home. That's not even magical.
No,
but
that's Sacramento State just beat Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford stinks. And then it's Oregon State and Arizona. Those are the only two. Those are the only other two. It could be Arizona. It could be like an Arizona situation. With
you didn't even read the whole schedule.
You want me to keep
well,
going?
I just don't. I don't know how committed
at Washington
you are.
State.
I don't know how
Utah.
committed you are to schedule reading. That's all.
At Washington State, and then at Utah, and then versus Bama and the Insight.com Bowl.
It was wild that the entire country was up watching that at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
This wasn't USC Oregon. This was Colorado State. And that does show the magic of the man that is coaching that team. Like he has – I think next year he could join the playoff contenders when he gets the beef up front. Until then, I think he's doing a remarkable job.
It's so perfect, too, because all the people that hate that everyone talks about Deion and he's getting way too much media attention, they can't resist. They can't – you could put out like a bunch of different – I guarantee like the number one click story on all these websites is about Deion Sanders in Colorado. So all these people that say like enough of this shit, they're also hypocrites because they want to jump in the mud and talk about how much they don't care. It's really, really fascinating.
That's fine, but I think the online discourse about all the hate Deion gets is disproportionate to the actual hate Deion gets. I don't know how much hate he's getting. He's getting some. There's no doubt about it. I don't know how. I think
it's ramping up now because, like I said, I think there were people that were like, "What? You're a Deion hater." The people that were like,
"See, that's the thing.
Why are
that's
we
exactly
talking
what
about?
I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. At no point have I hated on that.
And look how mad you are right now. This is what we're dealing with. A Deion hater like you just screams. It's Monday morning. It's not even.
Did I scream
have breakfast yet?
You haven't had breakfast yet? I didn't even do that. I didn't do that.
Why can't we talk about the important issues in college football?
I led with Deion. It was my choice what to lead with, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. This game had it all. Fumble.
Somebody give me my pen. Does Alabama stink?
I'm not done talking about Colorado. I want to talk about this Colorado State. What got glossed over because Offset was there, because The Rock was there, because...
Why does Offset go first? All those people that were there.
I'm over The Rock. I'm over The Rock.
You're over The Rock?
I'm over The Rock.
How could you be over The Rock?
The Rock The Rock is he's not even a real person anymore. He's just like an entity. That like the Rock thinks...
I don't even know what Offset is.
Did you see the moment on the broadcast where they're like, those penalties Offset, and then they cut to him?
I did not.
That was very cool.
Pretty clever, yeah.
Mark Jones was both the best and the worst guy to have called
No. When that motherfucker, when he said, yeah, you're right. But when he said at the end, "Do you believe now?"
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, we don't. Sorry, Mark. Like that was just a wild thing to say.
But that's why he was perfect.
Yeah, I guess so.
And he had all the hacky. Mark Jones is.
He absolutely just wanted to be on the sideline with the Rock and the rappers. Yeah.
If you're a Miami fan, are you pissed at the Rock?
No, because I think they've lost the Rock long ago. I think the Rock belongs to America now. He's going to go wherever the wind blows.
The Rock and Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin too.
Well, Michael Irvin was at the Nebraska.
Did you see
game.
Todd Gurley's tweet?
No.
Todd Gurley, Georgia, great. Went to the Georgia-South Carolina game, and he tweeted, "I can't believe I went to this game. Coach Prime turned me up." He's like, Georgia sucks. I'm a Colorado guy now. It was just so weird.
Michael Irvin went to the Nebraska game when Miami was hosting A&M that same Saturday, which is not a blockbuster can't miss game, but it is like the big non-conference game for his alma mater, and he was in Boulder for Colorado, Nebraska. But I was going to say, for all the shit that went on, we had 10 personal fouls called on Colorado State. All of them were deserving. Which one wasn't?
The illegal blindside block, I think, was borderline. I think it was borderline.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Who would be the funniest if a white celebrity akin to Deion's fame became the coach of a college football team? Who would be the funniest people? Like if Ellen DeGeneres was on the sideline.
Who's the whitest guy that could tap in?
Oh my God, there's Drew Carey.
Who's the white guy that goes to the black community and brings like all the whiteness to
Look, Ryan Seacrest is leading the team out.
Ryan Seacrest is the one.
Is that fucking Jeff Probst? That'd be great. Just the white Deion just comes out with a bunch of shitty celebrities.
The highlight for this game for me, though, the funniest nugget out of this game that got lost in all of this shit we're talking about is that at one point the Colorado State kicker lines up for a field goal, and Mark Jones just slips it in that he's 31 years old, married with 3 kids.
Okay.
He just slips it in there.
All right. This is happening with regularity. He
What
did just
the
slip
hell?
it in. He did just slip it in there. Kickers all of a sudden just have life stories. Kickers, you'll see a punter that's like been in jail with tattoo sleeves. Every punter is Australian. Now you got this 31-year-old. Virginia's got a 34-year-old running around. Like every kicker and punter now in college football has life experience.
I'm old enough to remember when kickers in football were just soccer players that were sick of being called pussies. And then they were like, fine, I'll play football and just kick the
had
football.
a bunch of vowels in their name. Is this college football's response to like the college kicker phenomenon where college kickers couldn't make kicks? So they said, well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go get some guys with life experience. Because that guy's not worried. If he's 31 with 3 kids and he's making a mortgage.
He's not rattled. Yeah, he's not rattled. This guy's not rattled.
This guy's seen some shit.
He's not. The Colorado student section waving their arms behind the goalpost is not exactly going to rattle this man.
All right. Now, it was another online discussion, but what do you make of Colorado storming the field?
I don't care. I'm pro storm the field, storm the court.
I don't care either, but I think the national mood is going too far towards just let them have fun.
Don't do this.
They need to.
Don't do this.
Don't they need to be earned a little bit? Like
No.
it needs to be a big occasion.
Earn what?
It needs to be a big occasion, right? Doesn't it need to be a big? Or otherwise, it's not special. If we're just going to do it all the time,
It doesn't need to be special. It needs to be fun. That's all that matters. All that matters. If you're someone running onto the field, all you give a shit about is just like, would this be fun to jump over the thing and run on the field? Yes.
Have you ever stormed the field?
I did. When I was at the 1-2 game, Ohio State, Michigan, when I was
42-39.
Yeah. We beat
2006.
Michigan. I was because I didn't know I was going to be on the basketball team, so I went to Ohio State. I thought I was just going to be a normal student, so I bought like student section tickets.
Sure.
And I was a freshman, so an out-of-state freshman at that, so they put my ass like in the worst seats in the shoe. Which is to say, when we beat Michigan, I was like at the very top of the shoe. So
your student section isn't first come first serve?
No, it wasn't back then at least.
Huh. I thought all student sections were just like blank tickets and just get there.
They probably are now. I mean, I don't know, but back then I had like the worst seat.
That was decades ago.
It took me like 30 minutes to get to the field. We're storming the field. And
storming the field on the upper deck is a commitment.
I stopped at the bathroom on the way.
By the time you got there was a cart picking up the pylons. Yeah. I stormed.
We know.
I stormed the fields of Gettysburg. No, I stormed September 2000. We beat Florida 47-35. Yeah. Beat the hell out of Steve Spurrier. It was fun.
Was Rex Grossman the quarterback?
No, it was Jesse Palmer who started, but I think Rex Grossman played. I think
Jesse Palmer. We figured this out, and by figured it out, I mean we Googled Canadian football players. But Jesse Palmer being a Canadian football player is still breaking my brain. On the Yak last week, we were talking about.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do. He's Canadian.
You were there. Still breaking my brain.
Does Canada's mere existence break your brain?
No. Canada existing makes sense to me.
Okay.
I do think that makes sense.
America needs a hat.
It's the Jesse Palmer. It just feels like a SoCal.
I mean, Canada's kind of the Jesse Palmer of countries. I don't even know what that means. Real quick, and this means nothing to anybody, but TJ, did you get recognized by a girl in a bar?
I did. Thanks, Ebo, for putting that on the prep sheet.
How'd that go?
I thought I was getting pranked.
How'd it work? How'd it happen?
Is there a story to this?
2 girls walked up. We were in the back. Back of upstairs in the bar, and 2 girls walked up, and one was like, "Hey, we're huge fans of the Yak and of all of your health updates on Twitter. Keep up the good work. So happy you guys are out here in Chicago. Can we get a pic?"
Cool. Did you fuck her?
No.
And TJ goes, you have a kiss coin. Oh, shoot.
You don't have one?
Oh.
No, I was basically like, "Thank you so much. Now please go away." And then I ran away.
Oh.
He literally ran away. That's a funny image. TJ running through the club.
Yokes, gotta
go. You think they shouldn't have stormed the field then?
No, I think it's fine, and I'm pro storming field. Especially they won one game last year, so I'm okay with it. I do think I hope it doesn't trend to where like everybody's storming all the time. That's
all I care. My only
it just needs to be earned. That's all.
My only requirement of storming the field is I want it should be an outpouring of excitement, and I say that just to say that Clemson. It's my understanding they run on the field every game.
Well, they're a cult.
Yeah, they are. And I assume that at some point, if you're at Clemson, you're running onto the field without like it's not an explosion of excitement. It's more of just like a
out of duty. Yeah.
Fuck. I guess we want it. And I think in those instances it feels a little weird. But ultimately, I don't care. Like if you should have in that moment when you came back to beat your rival. I don't care if you're a 24-point favorite. I don't give a shit about any of that. It's like I've had a lot to drink. It's been a long day as a student at this university, and I've been waiting in line since 4 a.m. to see Lee Corso.
Well, games
put a head on.
Games also change moods, right? Like you go in, you're a heavy favorite, and you want to win, but at a certain point, you were down in the fourth quarter, and you came back to win. That charges you up.
It was shocking that they won. It wasn't
the way they won. Gets you excited, gets you going.
When the game kicked off, if you're a Colorado fan, you did not think it's going to be shocking if we win this game.
Right.
But by the time they won the game, it was probably a little bit shocking, and they ran on the field. I don't have a problem. I'll never have a problem with court storming or storming the field. Ever. I never will. That's my promise to the American people. You can write that down. I will defend every single court storm and every single field storm. So there you go.
Does Alabama stink?
Yes. I tried to tell you this after Texas.
I don't think they do. I think they had not a real good, but I think they realized that Jalen Milroe wasn't the problem on Saturday, and they're going to
go back to.
They're going to re-get behind him, and that's going to help them.
But was the damage done? Is Jalen Milroe now in his head? Is he broken?
I doubt it. I mean, they're bad. Their defense was good, and they could lose on Saturday to Ole Miss. And somebody would have to look this up. When's the last time they lost 2 games in September? Because I can't. I know they've lost 2 games like twice in the last 10 years. But both of those included a loss to LSU, which was very, very late.
Let me guess.
2007?
Right before Nick Saban got there.
I would say in Saban's first year, probably. 2007.
Were they not good his first year?
They went 6-6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I would say probably that year.
Yeah, it was probably that year.
It was probably that
year. The
year.
year they lost a bunch of games?
2007.
They lost.
Put me down for that.
They lost September 22nd, 2007 to Georgia, and then they lost the next week on a neutral site game to Florida State.
Good job, Brandon.
16 years. Fat kicker.
What?
It's a wild transition.
Did y'all see the fat kicker?
Missouri?
61 yards? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a fat kicker is probably the funniest thing you can have in sports. And the fact that they botched that so bad, I don't know if you watched that game, but he was going to line up for a 56-yarder, but their coach was disorganized, and he was a mess. He didn't know if he was sending his offense or his kicker, and then he looked up, there's 2 seconds on the play clock. Fuck. They took a delay of game, and the dumbest – look how fat he is. I mean, he's just hilarious. He's short and fat. Like, also, those girls on the hill there should have been standing up. That was ridiculous. 61-yarder to win it. Boom!
I do love fat kickers.
And he made it. That would have been good from 62.
When Janikowski was at Florida State, he was my favorite college football player ever.
Yeah.
In that moment, I remember when they would just open up they would open up like Florida State broadcast showing like highlights of Janikowski kicking from beyond midfield and warm-ups.
Didn't he also have that like personality? He was like a beer swilling guy.
Yeah.
It was just like I like that too.
I think really fat anything is funny in sports.
I think fat kickers is probably one. Fat pitchers is funny.
Fat pitchers is funny.
It's been way too long since we had a good fat basketball player.
Yeah, because you have to, as it turns out, you kind of have to be in good shape to play basketball.
Yeah, but 20 years ago, Glenn Big Baby Davis, right?
Yeah,
See
but
the last one?
Like the game has changed, so now you have to be able to run.
You don't count young Jokic as a fat NBA player?
Well, he got unfat.
He's still.
I guess he's still a little pudgy.
Luka, James Harden.
Fat. Oh, James Harden for a minute.
Yeah,
James Harden in a contract or a
James
trade.
Harden if he's not.
There's my guy right there.
This is one of the greatest highlights ever.
Yeah. Look out. Now I can't remember what he did. Is he wet?
No, he dropped a dime, right?
He gets dropped and then he gets back up and recovers. Don't blink because he's flying down the court.
Yeah.
Right here.
That's a fat guy rolled ankle.
No.
And he's getting up on his own time
too. That could
too.
be career end.
He gets up on his own time.
He's a horse.
All right.
Take him back.
Yeah.
He rolls
Dime.
Find the.
Then he hobbles off the court.
Have you find the one from Jackson State? Because he was gigantic.
Raymond Felton was a fat guy. Khalid El-Amin
Yeah.
was a Khalif Wyatt at Temple was a fat basketball player. I remember. He wasn't really that fat though. He was more pudgy. But
Khalid El-Amin definitely was.
I think if you wear a t-shirt, if you're a guard and you wear a t-shirt, you're either pretty fat or pretty skinny.
Arkansas had 2 in a row. They had Oliver Miller, and then they had Dwight Stewart, back-to-back fat centers. I guess Robert Tractor Trailer, who later died from being,
being fat. Did he die from fat?
I don't know what he died from. He did die, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he died.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Chad is saying Kenny Lofton Jr. from Louisiana Tech.
Yeah,
he's thick.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
How did Kenny Lofton Jr. get fat?
It's not Kenny Lofton. The Kenny Lofton you're thinking.
No,
of.
Kenny Lofton's his dad.
It is. It's not the. It's not.
Yeah, but Kenny Lofton is his dad.
No, it is. I agree. It is.
Right.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is
but
not
what you're saying
is
is
not the center fielder.
You don't know that.
I
How do you know that?
This has come up before.
You're telling me Kenny Lofton has never played center field? You cannot swear to that.
Not the. Yeah, I guess it's true. I don't know that Kenny Lofton Jr.'s father never played center field at some point in his life.
Can I wave? Or somebody walk by? I guess I can't wave. I'm not allowed to look outside the room. I'm sorry. Forgot. I'm putting my hands up.
What about fat boxers? They're pretty funny. You get like a chiseled guy.
There he is. Look at my guy.
Yeah, there's the jet.
Snacks.
Is that Snacks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Escalade, the street baller.
He died too.
Buckets.
Escalade died.
My guy came out shooting.
I think this guy was a team manager.
Look
and
at
they said,
the-
fuck it, put him in the game.
Yeah, Escalade was huge. I remember watching Escalade play at Louisville like in 1990.
Is he Mark Jackson's brother?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's wild. Yes.
With all due respect.
With all due respect. What was his name? It was something Jackson, I believe.
Troy?
It was
that
Troy.
sound correct?
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
does sound right. Were you a big N1 mixtape
Oh
guy?
my god, the biggest.
Who was your?
It fucked me up.
Who was your guy?
I mean,
Professor.
yeah, it has to be. Right?
I liked AO.
Because
AO was my guy.
AO was nice. Spider.
Yeah.
It fucked me up though, because like when you're coming of age playing basketball and you're watching the N1 mixtape tour, you're like, I guess that's how I have to play to be good.
The good news is
like,
coaches back then were very understanding of that.
yeah.
They were very they encouraged that creativity.
Just remember like having the identity crisis at like 13 years old, where I was like, Dad, you kept telling me to play like Jimmy Chitwood, and how come all the people on TV are
Dad, you
playing
seeing
like
this?
that? You seeing this shit, Dad? Dad, you never taught me how to dribble. You just taught me how to shoot the basketball.
He
Without...
turns it off. This is the devil's
Yeah, this is the
basketball,
devil's
son. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce was good.
Hot sauce is probably my favorite as I think of it. Like the Professor became your favorite because if you're a white guy, you're just like, I could if I'm gonna follow one career path, it'd have to be Professor.
Professor's good on TikTok.
He is.
He's still doing it. Yeah.
He's still doing it.
So hot sauce was funny because all of those guys were like, "Yeah, I'm doing this. I want to get to the NBA one day. Hopefully." Hot sauce was like, "I'm not very good at basketball. I can just dribble."
Yeah. Skip to my Lou making the NBA.
Yeah.
That deserves a movie, does it not? I mean, like I feel like that's something that just gets glossed over. That a guy that was on the N1 mixtape tour made it to the NBA and had like a pretty long career, I would say.
What would you call the movie?
I don't know.
My dog Skip.
TJ, go ahead and you know what you need to do.
Am I getting a point? Why wouldn't I get a point for that?
Because did you hear the room when you said that?
I weirdly didn't hear the room. The room went quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Fat boxers. I already mentioned it, but like, are you gonna is that a good answer?
How many fat boxers has there been?
Butterbean.
Yeah, but he wasn't an actual
Butterbean
boxer.
versus Johnny Knoxville is one of the all-time boxing matches we've ever
In a
seen.
department store.
In a department store. And would you see
Butterbean knocking out Bart Gunn is one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah.
If you're like me and you're very much a boxing casual and you just turn on like ESPN 2,
right?
It's midnight on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And they're showing boxing.
Do you watch those?
I will, yeah, I will. And like the first guy that comes out is chiseled and has like 6% body fat and he's punching himself in the face, getting jacked up. And then the second guy that comes out is just a fat dude. It's very funny.
Andy Ruiz, the guy.
That's
who
right.
That's
Andy
right.
Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury a little bit. He's not in the best
Pudgy,
of
he's
shape.
tough.
He used to be gigantic. He lost like 100 pounds.
But he's not who's the guy he would fight all the time and kick his ass? Wilder?
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, Deontay
Who's
Wilder's
chiseled
like
out of
chiseled.
stone,
That's what I
yeah.
mean. Like that's an example of like a guy who's chiseled versus.
Is Deontay Wilder the
Doughy
to this
boy?
day meme?
Yes.
He is?
To this day.
To this day. He's that meme?
Yes.
Okay.
I know him as the guy who it was against Fury, right, where he wore the equipment walking out.
Oh, and he got
that weighed,
tired walking out. Yeah.
And he walked like 4 miles with.
By
and he was
round 2,
gassed
he's
by
just
the time.
gassed. Yeah. One more thing about college football. Oh, do we have our choices? I know we gave our choices out on Friday. I was hoping.
Yes, we do.
What?
How do we do?
We'll have a graphic up that I'm working on right now. But
I think I did pretty well.
Hold on.
I
here,
think I had some good choices.
9:27 on a Monday, and you are working on the graphic right now.
yeah,
You feel like the graphic could have already.
it could have been, but it was a busy weekend working.
Do we have an ad read today?
But yeah,
We do. I gave it to Titus though, because
do you want me to read off the choices or no?
Yeah.
Read off the choices.
Read off the choices.
Okay, so you had Mizzou plus 4.5,
Pretty good pick. They beat Kansas State, so I'm 1-0.
upset Kansas State.
wait, it wasn't a pick; it was a choice.
It was a
Choice. I'm sorry.
We don't do picks on this show.
You're right.
Florida plus 6.5.
Bang.
They beat Tennessee outright, and then you had Houston plus 6.5. They lost 36-13
Not
to
as
TCU.
not as bang. No.
No, but Titus.
So you went 2-1 on your
I
choices?
went 2-1.
2-1.
Pretty good, right? Pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
a pretty good weekend.
Titus had Michigan money line. No doubt about that one. They beat Bowling Green 31-6.
Yep.
Ohio State money line. This was the
Dude,
real one.
blowout. Buckeyes are back.
Beat Western Kentucky 63-10, and then the one where people were iffy, like, is this going to hit? Notre Dame money line. They beat Central Michigan 41-17.
3-0.
So 3-0 for Titus, right?
You're the college football expert, and you went 2-1, and I went 3-0. Cars.com. Cars.com is a leading digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car, celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars wherever life takes you next, and whoever you're looking to be. There's a car for that on Cars.com. One guy I was looking to be at one point in my life when I lived in Southern California was a surfer, and I'm very jealous of the people that have the setups where they could like strap their surfboards to the top of their car.
Sure.
I bought a surfboard, never even used it, but like this was a dream I had. I never actually got the right car. I think this was part of the problem.
Let's put a pin in that. I'd like to talk about those surfers after this particular advertisement is done.
I was just speaking to whoever you're looking to be. Your car can do that because I didn't buy the right car. I had the wrong car. I had the right surfboard. I ultimately never used it, and I threw it in the garbage when I moved to Chicago.
Well, Cars.com does have millions of possibilities for that.
Up to 50,000 cars are added daily to Cars.com. Shop over 2 million cars for 2 million possibilities. Cars.com. Find your next possibility. Where to next? Should we have Connor? Do you want to do Connor? Or do you feel like this is a bit that's going to run out of steam?
Oh, no. I think it's just
I think
getting
it's got
started.
the-
Yeah.
Do we want to do the Dabo?
What's the Dabo?
Tick,
tick,
TikTok.
Yep.
I got
yep.
the. Let's see the
I
video
don't know
one
how
more
it's
time
gonna-
before.
yeah,
We got to see the video one more time.
We're
before
probably
we
going to need to watch this every day. But
Can I see the ad?
so
Coach Sweeney's got the.
I'm trying to think of
drip.
rhymes to try and make it rhyme.
You don't have to. I don't think you have to make it
Just in
rhyme.
that
Just kind of
cadence?
say it in that cadence with that like very. punchable-
Cars.com.
Yeah.
We getting Dabo up? Because I
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Coach Sweeney's got that drip, and now he's on TikTok.
Just kind of that essence, Connor.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Can you throw up the?
You don't have to.
that at the
yeah.
end too.
Yeah, okay. I'll try. I'll try and do it. This is going to be like 30 seconds of just that. But
hey, whatever you got.
all
man.
right. CARS, Cars.com, is a leading digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car. Celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Wherever life takes you next, and whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that on Cars.com. Wait. I'm going to try and add. Okay. Up to 50,000 cars are added daily to Cars.com. Cars.com is the best. Where to next?
That was the best one yet. That was. The best
That's
one
so
yet.
hard to do like over and over again. But yeah, that's cringy
Holy
as hell.
shit.
I don't know how he did that for a TikTok. Oh my
That's
God.
amazing.
Well, he's a cult leader, and anything
Maybe.
he does gets accepted.
So we'll talk about the chat in the hat later, but there's a very funny chat in the hat related to Dabo.
Let's talk about surfers real quick.
Go ahead.
We'll get to the NFL shortly. What do those guys do for a living? How do they?
They surf, I think.
Right. How they make money? Not professional surfers, but the guy, the guys.
I think, yeah.
That drive their Toyota 4Runner down to the beach and they have it strapped to the top.
I think what they would tell you is money's just a construct, man.
Yeah.
You don't really need it.
Life's about
money. I find my value out in the waves, bro. I think that's the answer. They don't make money. I think surfing is it'll fuck you. Moved to Southern California for.
Did you ever even try to surf?
I tried one time, but I had a bad knee.
Yeah.
A bad knee, Brandon. We're rehabbing. I was coming back from rehab a little. I pushed a little too soon. The doctors were saying.
Still bought a surfboard.
If you would have seen the doctors on the shore screaming at me, they're like, "Mark, don't do it! Don't do it! It's too soon. You're not ready."
They were in their white coats and everything.
Yeah, and I was like, "Doc, I got to do this. I got to fucking shred.
I got to be me, brother."
It'll mess you up, dude, because you'll watch the surfers and you'll get extremely jealous and you'll be like, "I want that life," and then you kind of do what you did, where you sit down and you think about it and you're like. They probably make like $36,000 a year living in the most expensive city in the country. Maybe I don't want that life.
Where are we at? Can I see the Iowa cheerleader before we go to the NFL? I just love this guy so much because he didn't break his gait whatsoever. He didn't stop.
What's this?
You haven't seen it? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just a guy. Listen, when you have a job to do, and you show up to do your job, and you're all about your job, finish your job. That's here we go. Yeah.
I saw this. Yeah. No, that's
just impressive. It's impressive.
I don't think that's shameful at all.
No, it's not.
Like there are people who are like, "Oh, this guy, LOL."
No, that's not shameful.
Yeah, no, I think that's very impressive.
I think he kind of. I mean, as you do when you get pantsed, he kind of picked him up quickly as if to signal.
He's been pantsed before.
Yeah, but he picked him up as if to say, like, I'm very shameful as to what just happened. And maybe if he would have, like,
taken him all the way off?
No, just kind of casually. But he was so quick to pick him up that I think that made it.
You wouldn't have like a gymnast finish where he, like, throws his hands up at the end, right?
Yeah, and then laugh and then point to the pants and just be like, look how goofy I am.
If you
and
watch
look
it
at me.
backwards, it's a whole different story.
Ooh. Coming for that booty, like.
Was there ever a time in your life you could do multiple flips like that?
No, I could do a pretty good cartwheel once upon a time.
I never could even cartwheel.
Yeah, once upon a time. What else do you want to talk about?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Every year, because of his health issues, he gets put into, like, when they rank the quarterbacks, he's like number 9, number 10.
And when we say health issues, we mean scrambled brains, correct?
Correct. Scrambled brains.
That's what we mean by this. Yes.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
I don't disagree.
He is one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Especially right now, yeah.
And I realize it's his offense. I realize he has Tyreek Hill, but guess what? Good quarterbacks usually have good receivers. That's what it kind of goes hand in hand. Patrick Mahomes has Andy Reid calling plays and doing all that. So I understand he's got advantages, but he throws up one of the most beautiful balls in the league. Like, everything he does looks good. Tua, I'm talking about, not Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
They're 2-0. They won a road game yesterday.
Do you think it's because he's left-handed that makes it look better? How about that last night? The Collinsworth.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in broadcast. Are you talking about the Dan Marino comparison? Yeah, that was nuts.
Collinsworth with a rare cross-racial, cross-dominant hand comparison. Like, doing one is already risky enough. You're only, I mean, at least in basketball. The basketball world I know, you gotta stay with the same race. You can't compare a white guy to a black guy. That breaks everyone's brains. You also can't do left hand and right hand. And this man did both, and that was. But
wild. He had the team as the common denominator, right? Like, that's one That's one connector.
And then what else was he trying to say? The release, like, he gets the ball out quick, which I think.
I don't think he gets out nearly as quickly as Marino did, but whatever.
Yeah, and also, doesn't every good quarterback do that? Like,
that is one of those things, like quick release, quick release, quick release. It kind of looks like they all throw it about the same.
I agree.
Like, I guess I don't know what I'm looking at when it comes to scouting. Yeah. But no, this guy's got a quick release, and then you see another guy. This guy's got a slow release. They throw it like 0.10 apart.
That one's really slow. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm. Yeah, so they both bring the ball behind them when they go to throw it.
They both throw. Yeah, they both plant their leg.
Can I get a screenshot?
They both have towels.
TJ, pull up Tim.
Tua looks terrible as a right-hander, by the way.
Can I get Tim Tebow cocking the ball back to throw it? a guy who famously had the shittiest mechanics. If you were to do a still shot of him throwing the football, I feel like it would look pretty similar to where Tua has it.
Another NFL thing, real quick. I'm tired of acting like the Patriots being bad is new. Last night on Twitter, I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, welcome Patriots fans to being average," and Patriots fans being like, "So this is what it's like to be average." They've been average for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
They've been average ever since Brady left. They've not been good. I don't know why we're acting like this is new, why we're shocked when they come out and they're not good anymore, because they're not good anymore.
I don't think I'm allowed to say. I don't think I can work at this company and say what I want to say.
Why not? He's not awake yet.
It's a New England delusion, obviously.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I mean, Mo Lewis, Drew Bledsoe tried to pick up a first down on 3rd and long in 2001, and because of that, people in New England genuinely believe that they are special.
It really did lead.
Like that, I want that meme. I want the Domino's meme where it's like,
yeah,
it's 3rd and long against the Jets, and Drew Bledsoe tries to pick up a first down, and because of that, like Tom Brady deserves all the praise in the world,
right?
But what I find fascinating is because Tom Brady stuck his hand under another man's asshole for 20 years in New England.
Mm-hmm.
These people in this part of the country genuinely believe. This isn't a bit. They seriously, genuinely believe that they themselves are special, and that their football team is special. The jerseys are special, and like there's some inherent like
Tom Brady really
magic
did poison
to them
the minds of an entire generation.
He did. No, I mean that seriously. That like it's
that,
a fascinating sociological thing at play.
That franchise was around for a long time before Brady.
Very bad.
And was never good at all.
That's what I think. The older people in New England get it, and they were like that's why they were.
Well, they also lived through the Red Sox not being good forever,
right?
And then like this generation of Boston fans, it just thinks they're born to win titles.
Yeah, exactly. And it bleeds over to the Celtics, which is hilarious to me as well.
Their big three only winning one title doesn't get talked about enough.
You wouldn't know it was only one the way they talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You would think it was 4 or 5.
And then
is that the greatest one championship dynasty in sports history? The Celtics NBA championship?
USC football. Like if you look at what they actually won, people think it was a 3-year dynasty where they won titles. Okay, so
that's true. That's a good answer. That's actually a good answer.
The first year
they won 2 though.
No, the first year
they won 2.
The first year they did not win the BCS, but the media voted them, so they won 1.5 really. But like the BCS was the accepted model. LSU won it, and the media voted it USC. Second year they won it, and then the third year they got beat by Texas.
So they won 2 titles then.
They won 1.5, but they didn't win. They did not win the 2003 championship. They were awarded it.
Well, I mean, that's how college football worked forever.
But it wasn't how college football worked at that time. College football had decided to go to the BCS model where one played 2, and the media just circumvented that.
So you trust the media over AI?
I don't trust the media. That's what I'm saying.
You don't trust the media?
Never.
So you trust AI over
media?
I
bet you're going to go get your 5th booster today, aren't you?
You trust AI.
This fucking sheep over here.
Did you see what Tyler O'Day did?
What did he do?
Did you see the Empire State Building?
Celebrating a new vaccine?
Yeah.
Was that real or a typo? What was happening with that?
I think that was real.
What was it?
I mean, the tweet's still up, right?
The Empire State Building went. You know how they do the colors for the Empire State Building?
Yeah.
They did a certain color to celebrate the blue and cyan tonight in partnership with iHeartRadio in honor of a new vaccine.
In partnership with iHeartRadio.
What does that even mean? What does any of this mean?
What is it? None of those words go together.
Why blue and cyan? Why iHeartRadio? What vaccine?
Hold on, scroll down.
I don't know anything.
It does kind of look like a needle, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, is that the idea?
I don't know what's going on. How did iHeartRadio get in there? What vaccine? Why is Empire State Building celebrating vaccines? I don't know anything about anything. Although the comments I could probably read for days.
Goodbye,
iHeartRadio.
Damn.
See ya.
Damn, bummer.
Knowing she's going to be listening to Delilah tonight.
You know what's fucking crazy is I was listening to so much iHeartRadio.
When's the you ever heard Delilah?
Yeah, you ever dedicated a song?
I have not. I never dedicated a song, but when I was 15, I did call in and get the top 9 at 9, and I won a gift card to the local pizza place, and I shouted out my girl there. So there.
When you think of songs playing on Delilah's program,
yeah,
what's the first song that comes to mind? I have my answer locked in, and I think when I say it, you're going to be mad that you didn't think of it.
You know, I got a little Michael Bolton going on in my mind.
It's "I Hope You Dance."
That's right.
It's "I Hope You Dance" by Leanne Womack.
That's correct.
She played it at the top of every hour.
Yes, she's playing it right now somewhere. It's like the meme. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Delilah's playing. I hope you dance somewhere right now.
What else in the NFL?
Delilah, a real person.
Whoa. What do you? Go ahead. Keep going.
Listen,
keep going.
is Delilah just a radio algorithm?
Do you know what she looks like?
No. Hold
on.
I've never thought about that. I have no idea what she looks like.
I know less about Delilah than anybody in the world.
Before we look this up, let's lock in our guesses. Would you bang Delilah?
I'm a hard no.
I'm going sneaky yes. Ebo?
I'll say yes.
I have to say yes.
I'm saying
I
it's a
have to say
sneaky
yes.
yes. I'm saying it's a.
Should we bring her up and then because
I just want. Yeah, we got to see what she looks like.
Delilah.
Oh yes, that's a yes.
I think sneaky yes is the exact right answer.
Sneaky yes is yeah.
Fucking Delilah.
Well, stop scrolling down.
You're ruining it.
What
else in the NFL?
All right, Takeo Spike's seat. Did you see Takeo Spike's seat?
you really?
I love it. I love it so much. I don't know when teams are going to realize they got to treat their old players decent in front of their fans. Like, fans don't like it when you – but this is just objectively hilarious. Somebody in Buffalo said, Takeo Spikes is here? Old linebacker? Legend? We got a seat for him.
But
look at that. Where is he?
Is this in a suite?
He's
Because
30 yards behind the end zone.
If it's not Takeo Spikes, it's some other dude that paid a ton of money for.
But that's Takeo Spikes. That's the guy that played for you.
I'm fascinated how this even exists.
But if you're bringing him in and you're honoring him on the field, put him up in the suite at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Put him up with your GM or something. What's even his chair right there? What is he in a classroom?
that does look especially bleak.
That's a night school right there.
Yeah.
That happens to meet at the stadium. They're going over AutoCAD.
That was a good poll. That was a great poll, Brandon.
Thanks.
Would you, if you went back to Mississippi State and they gave you a shitty seat,
I would burn
you
the
put him
place
on
to
blast
the fucking
like
yes.
this?
Yes. I would burn the place to the fucking ground. I should get whatever seat I want from Mississippi State. God knows I'm not. Oh God, that was Mark. That was rough. That was rough. Listen. This whole show has a remarkable record in college football, right?
I'm undefeated. You undefeated, Ebo?
Oh, yeah, undefeated. 2 road wins.
Connor?
Last time I checked, yeah.
Are you undefeated? TJ?
Never lost.
Huh. Hey, look at that. 80% of our show.
How many of you have played a ranked team?
How many? We played.
We've played road conference games.
We played road conference games.
I got 2 Power 5 wins.
And Connor.
I played the other day, yeah.
Yeah, I personally.
I did.
What happened in that game for real? Because LSU, you told me LSU sucks.
You got I did not. I said they were overrated. I still think that. But here's the thing.
How do you lose at home that badly?
Mark, here's the thing. Here is the thing. The thing is here, and I'm about to tell you what the thing is. Would you like to know the thing?
Tell me.
Here's the thing.
Okay, all right.
The worst day for a college sports fan is the day your college football team loses for the first time. All right, it sucks. Okay, everybody's going to go through that this year, but it sucks. But LSU, walked into our house, told us to get down on a knee, and just shot us in the head immediately. Like they didn't. It was a painless death, and they were so much they could have beat us by 90 if they wanted to.
I'm surprised you don't play the "our coach died" card more because I do feel like that's a valid.
I've played it on unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, I do feel like.
Our coach died. I don't even know
our coach literally fucking died. No, not that, but just I mean, it should be expected for Mississippi State to not be competing for national titles. Yeah. Our coach literally died.
You know how LSU beat us? They have an alive coach.
Exactly. There.
We do have to talk about Brandon pulling after calling out Carolina Mark and Big T for celebrating the first out of a playoff game. The first play of the game, Mississippi State picks up a first down, and Brandon acted like they won the college football playoff.
But this was a playoff game too, so no, this was a regular season.
He goes first down. And then they didn't gain a yard the rest of the half.
Hold on. I see what's going on here because first of all, great point, Ebo. That is hypocritical. That you get a first down in a game that you're going to eventually lose 41-14. That does feel a little premature to be clapping, especially when you shit on Big T for that. But Ebo, if we're being completely honest, I know what you're trying to do here, which is deflect from the double high five.
The double high five.
The double high five.
Oh my God, TJ.
That's what you're trying.
But
to
I
do.
will not apologize for trying to ride with my guy after I bet Mississippi State's Memorial.
I'm sorry. Listen, I don't know. You probably shouldn't have even been on the show today.
I know. Yeah,
you should not have been on the show.
Jake Marsh saw this and laughed. That's how bad this was.
Stop.
Did you go with your left hand? Like
I don't
it did
know.
not
I blacked
look.
out.
I don't know what the
blacked
second.
out.
It was not natural at all,
I blacked out.
and
Tough.
it was unpleasant to watch.
TJ, short notice there. I don't even know where you would find that. I don't remember.
I think
we-
it's been
we
scrubbed
tweeted
from
it
the
out.
internet or something. I don't
We
know.
tweeted it out on Mostly Sports.
The Evo double high five.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what.
Well,
As TJ's pulling that up,
I was
Nobody
just gonna
cares
say,
about me, and we don't even need to watch that.
To come to your defense, you were saying that about Big T, and you said that was the reason why you weren't a big Braves fan.
But baseball isn't football.
yeah, and also
Sure.
you are a big.
point. You know what? Give Brandon a point for that. That's a great point.
Baseball
That's
is
a
not
great
football,
point,
Mark.
Brandon.
People
That's a
think
great
baseball is
point.
football, and it's not. Okay. Football, you can celebrate every first down. You just can't.
And you're a big. You were saying
Especially-
Big T was a big Braves fan. You're a big
Look at
Mississippi
you
State
both.
fan.
All right.
What happened here? What play was this?
I don't remember.
I think we
Touchdown.
finally scored a touchdown.
Oh, touchdown.
That's a high five.
I think I was trying to intercept the high five from Jake Malasek, so I was like, I want to go for 2.
You almost
tried
fell out of your seat.
Whoop. I do need the cartoon sound effects.
So Joe Burrow's just finished. He's finished as a
He got
quarterback.
paid, man. I think that's all. I mean, he's obviously hurting, or is he? Because like when the game, I did notice like the second the game ended and it was time to come
Started to
shake
limp a
hands.
little bit?
Oh, his limp got
Yeah,
turned up
yeah,
to 11.
yeah.
But yeah, has Joe Burrow earned your trust in the way that like Patrick Mahomes I think has earned everyone's trust, and the Chiefs. They lose at home to open the season against the Lions.
I think-
they don't look great against the Jags. They do win on the road. The Jags are a good team, and they win on the road. But also, like, everybody's going to – the Chiefs could start 0-4, and everybody would be like, the Chiefs are still a Super Bowl contender. Is Joe Burrow that for you? Do you trust him?
I don't think so. I think as an NFL quarterback, we probably overrated him a little too early. Like, he got to a Super Bowl, and he earned that respect and everything. But it's not like he's followed it up with these giant. He was good last year. He was really good last year. I don't know that he should have earned Mahomes level trust. I think his college career has bled into his NFL career a little bit and has given him trust above where like they're 0-2 this year. Like he should be entering the exact prime of his career right now. And it's 2 games, so who knows? It's 2 games. But I don't think he's Mahomes level trust. Or even Aaron Rodgers or anybody like that.
I saw the stat. I wish I would have paid more attention to it because now would be the time.
I'm
now
glad.
would be the time to share that stat.
But you
And
did see it, though.
I saw that.
That's the only important thing.
There's something like quarterbacks who made their first trip to the Super Bowl and lost, like never go back.
Dan
actually.
Marino never went back. He made it in his
Like
second
that.
year.
There's a stat like that was like, you think that these guys that lost in the Super Bowl are like, that's all right. They'll be back and then
Yeah.
they'll win it next time, and then they just never go back. And that's like a consistent theme throughout the NFL. But also, whoever put this stat out could have just been full of shit. That's the problem with the internet these days, Brandon.
Do you like 2 Monday night games? Of course you do.
What time do they kick off tonight?
6:15 Central Time for one, and 7:15 Central Time for the other.
I think I like that. Yeah, I like that because
unfortunately.
if one sucks, I don't like them at the exact same time. But yeah, that's staggered enough that you can. If one of them sucks, you can watch the other one.
I got a schedule for you to read. You ready?
Yeah, hit me with it.
At 0-2, are the Bears starting to think Caleb Williams?
Oh yes, the Bears.
Because
are- the
Justin
Bears fans-
Fields.
Okay, hold on.
I think it's been plenty of time now.
Don't
and,
get me started on
And
this.
I don't know that he's that guy.
First of all, Justin Fields is that guy. It's just the Chicago Bears are a horrendous franchise, and Justin Fields on the Chicago Bears has not been a good football player. I will concede that.
So,
but
do you think Justin Fields drafted by the Seattle Seahawks would be a good football player?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I genuinely believe that. I think that the Chicago Bears are dragging Justin Fields down, and not the other way around. That's what's happening.
You don't think it's a mutual dragging,
No, I don't.
like me and my wife last night?
Chicago Bears have. I'll read that schedule to you because I do think they're
Read the schedule.
0-17 is starting to
They're
become
0-2 currently.
Yeah.
What's the
Which is-
schedule looking like?
To go 0-17, you have to start 0-2, and they are that.
Yeah.
They are at the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's
on
0-3.
Sunday
Uh-huh.
versus the Denver Broncos.
They're not good either.
They're not good either.
And their quarterback kind of stinks too.
The Broncos are really good at losing close games. So I feel like if the Bears can just hang around, the Broncos will hand them the game.
I think the fake comeback or the comeback that falls just short is the biggest cock tease in sports for fans.
Dude, how frustrating was that?
Because you get the Hail Mary and then nothing.
I screamed bloody murder in my house when they the old ball and chain was upstairs cleaning.
Is it because there was a bloody murder in your house?
No, it was not. But as my lady is from Colorado. She's a Broncos fan. As
Sure,
you know.
yeah.
She had given up on the team. They throw the Hail Mary to tie the game, and I lose my fucking mind. I run upstairs. I'm like, turn the TV on now. You got it. And by the time they turned the TV on, they fucked up the 2-point conversion. Huge cock tease. Commanders at Commanders.
They're not bad. They're 2-0, right?
Yeah, they're 2-0.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're just reading the schedule right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Vikings at home.
They'll probably be desperate at the time.
Raiders at home. They're winning. They're not going 0-17.
Yeah, they're
winning 3
You've told me
games.
3 winnable games.
Yeah, they're the Raiders at home, at Chargers, at Saints, Panthers at home. They're winning that.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
At Lions, at Vikings, Lions at home, at Browns, Cardinals at home. They're winning
It's
that.
not a tough schedule.
It's not a tough schedule at all.
Speaking of, the Giants saved their fucking season. Like, they were done. If they go 0-2 and lose to the Cardinals, they are donezo. Dunzo. Donezo.
Dunzo. Yeah.
But they didn't. They saved their season.
I stopped watching that game. I didn't really see it. By the time they'd come back, I didn't really see how it happened.
You're not a
Other
ball
than just
watcher?
The Cardinals stink. It's hard to watch 8 games at once, Brandon, as it turns out.
You don't have the red zone?
I do, but I got the Sunday ticket thing, and I got the quad box going.
I don't think that's great. I don't
know
great.
how I feel about it 2 weeks in.
First of all, you can't choose your own. And secondly, I don't know. I need to be able to. I would rather be able to focus on one game, and then if I see a score I know or I like, I'll go over there.
Yeah.
I don't want quad box to be thrown.
I'm too old. I think I don't have the TikTok brain of like needing. Week 1, I went quad box out of the gate as the first game started.
Yeah.
And I was killing it for the first like hour and a half. I want to say like every time the game I had the audio on went to commercial, I'd flip it over to. I never heard a commercial, never once. I was all over it.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I can't do it anymore. I stink at it, and I can't watch any of the games. I feel like I'm watching none of it, and I'm trying to watch all of it. I think I'm out on the quad box. I think this weekend I'm going to try to lock it. I'm going to go back to the early 2000s where
Just one
you
game?
just watch one game.
Just
Yeah.
whatever CBS wants to give you.
Yeah.
That was a wild time in our life where we would wake up and whatever CBS or Fox decided to give us that day, that's what we're watching.
And you didn't really know either.
Yeah. Oh, it was a hell of a time.
If your local team was playing, you knew that was going to be it. But yeah, I never if growing up in Indy, if the Colts were on a bye, I was like, I don't fucking know what game this is going to be. I've crossed my fingers. It's the one. It's Brady versus Rodgers.
Good luck, everybody.
And then it was not. And then it would just not be that.
What else?
I think the NFC might be better than the AFC.
Explain.
I think that's an interesting development because what?
Top 3 in the NFC.
Top 3 in the NFC are Cowboys, Niners, Eagles.
That's easy.
That's an easy one.
Top 3 in the AFC are who?
It's as of right now. Like I said, it depends on how much you want to trust the teams that aren't great out of the gate. Like the Chiefs have not looked like the Chiefs we know and love.
Yeah.
And there were doubts about the Chiefs heading into the season. I think most reasonable minds just say, who cares? It's Patrick Mahomes, it's Andy Reid, it's Travis Kelce. They'll be good in the end. But the Chiefs don't look like a juggernaut.
I would go
The
Chiefs.
Bengals are 0-2.
Chiefs, Dolphins, Bills.
Ravens are up there. The Bills.
Yeah, the Bills blew one Monday night, but they can't.
I know they look great against the but like that's going to be the Bills though, right?
Chiefs, Dolphins, Ravens, Bills. Somebody in that group.
Yeah, but like who the Dolphins look pretty good, obviously. The Ravens look pretty, but like I think the NFC, the Lions winning an Arrowhead, that's a point for the NFC.
Yeah, and then they lost.
The Rams were supposed to be dog shit. They're like more competitive than we thought. The Buccaneers are 2-0.
Cowboys.
Cowboys are good.
Yeah, Cowboys
have
are
been
shit.
dominant.
The Cowboys, Niners, and Eagles look as of right now like they could all.
They could all win
Like
the
the
Super Bowl.
Eagles. The Eagles aren't even that great yet, and they're 2-0. And
I think, and I would say the Eagles are the worst team out of that group so far.
so far, yeah.
But they could all 3 win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not at the same time.
Not
that would
this
be
year.
illegal. No.
Not this year.
No.
They couldn't all 3 win it.
No.
No.
Right. That's
It's not-
against the rules.
That's against the rules. There can only be one.
Did you watch Winning Time on HBO?
Yeah, I did.
That's a no.
Explain.
No, of course I.
You not only did you watch Winning Time on HBO.
You know I got a call back for this show, Brandon. You knew this. I auditioned for Kurt Rambis and I got a call back. I was
But you're
almost
like 6'1".
I was almost cast as Kurt Rambis. And then
Why?
they went a different direction, and now the show's canceled. So these are just facts. I'm not saying one caused the other. I'm just saying Winning Time was a very successful show in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I auditioned for Kurt Rambis. I got very close to getting the role. I ultimately did not get the role.
How do you know you got close to getting the role?
They told me it was down to me and the guy that got it.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
And then they told that to 8 different guys.
You're not an actor.
I pretend to like doing this show with you every day.
Yeah. Season 2. The magic isn't gone yet.
Yeah, and then it got canceled. Were you watching it? You weren't watching it.
I wasn't. I read the book, which was by Jeff Pearlman. Every sports book he writes is great. And he was begging for me to watch it by tweeting out, "Hey, you guys should watch it." But I never did. I tried to watch it a couple times, and it was just too grainy, too 70s corny. For me.
Yeah,
Like
Adam McKay.
They leaned too far into that. Let's make it look a certain way.
Yeah, Adam McKay was. Yeah, people seem to be split on it. I really enjoyed it, but some people were like, Adam McKay is farting into a glass jar. And
it was like they watched Boogie Nights or something and said, "Hey, we would like this to be on a basketball court."
Yeah,
without the titties and penises.
No, there were titties.
There weren't as many penises though.
Fact check that. I think there might have been. I volunteered to show my dick.
You did it in the audition, right?
That's fine.
In case you need to see Kurt Rambis' dick at any point. If you're doing a documentary about the Lakers in the 80s, the one dick you're probably not going to have to worry about is Kurt Rambis's. I guess AC Green's too. His never really got any action.
I volunteered to just be a background, like walking around in the locker room scene with my dick flopping around. I volunteered when I was at the Ringer. We were owned by HBO. Yeah, partially. I think I don't know what the deal was, but I thought when I moved to LA, I was like, listen, somebody on Game of Thrones has to walk around in the background with their cock flopping around. Why not me? Why not me? And I really thought I might be able to get a role doing that. In the end, I did not, and that's why I left the company.
Is AC Green the strongest man in the history of sports?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say the Wagner Van Magnussen. Who's the
Wagner Van Magnussen. Wagner Van
Magnus
Magnussen.
Van Magnussen.
So
Magnus Van Magnussen.
AC Green.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, AC Green.
I'll look this up.
And played for the Laker dynasty in the 80s. And AC Green was famously a virgin until he got married like 5 years later. So he just went through the entire Lakers dynasty and never even tried to get any pussy. It's amazing.
Yeah. Do you believe it?
I think I do. Why would you lie about that? Right. Why would you say, you know what I'm not doing? Fucking.
Who's the... I'm sorry. I'm Magnus Van... Magnus
that's not a name.
Magnus Ver Magnussen. Look this up, TJ. You don't remember this guy throwing fucking
remember him, but his name is not Magnus.
Magnus Ver Magnussen. This guy is the strongest athlete we've ever had. This guy used to carry cutouts of Africa. Do you remember that when it was like a huge stone that was
I remember they would drag planes and stuff.
Look at this guy, fucking one hand with a full keg.
You don't know if that keg's full.
That's a good point. That guy was the ESPN2 god. That guy was.
ESPN2 did have a squad back then.
I have, when I close my eyes and you say the words ESPN2, I picture hot sauce, and I picture, what's his name, Magnus Ver Magnussen,
I
throwing kegs over a wall. I
picture the early X Games too, like the early X Games.
Yeah,
where it was just like 5 guys in a parking lot.
Yeah. There were no scores because no one knew how to score.
Yeah.
It was
just watch this. That's all it was. It was really Jackass is what it was.
A guy did a trick and then it would pan to the judges and they'd just be like, that was pretty fucking tight.
That was sick.
It's fucking tight. Just hold up a sign that says tight or not tight. That one was tight. That's how they judged everything. What else is going on? Evo, can you explain this Blue Jackets versus Spit and Chicklets story?
Do that. Yeah. So on Chicklets, they were telling a story about how the captain of the Blue Jackets, the first thing he had to, or his first introduction to the new coach was basically going in and the coach asked him to airplay photos and stuff on his phone to see what type of guy he was, like what type of dude he was. They said this on Chicklets, and then the team came out. Babcock was like, that is a misrepresentation of what I did. The captain came out, same type of like little denial thing, but then it came out yesterday that Babcock resigned. So maybe Spit and Chicklets, right?
So the implication here is that Babcock was asking for nudes of these guys' wives. Is that what we're...
Maybe, but
Why else
can
would
I
he do this?
Throw an idea at you. Let's throw an idea. I don't know what these guys are about. I don't know what I like Connor. I like Evo, but let's throw some.
Yeah, go ahead.
We
Why
should
don't
do
you
an
go
airplay
ahead?
day.
Let's throw an airplay day.
Airplay day would be
Airplay
awesome.
somebody has to put their photos on the screen.
Let me see here. Let me.
Maybe not right now, but in due
Give me a
time.
second.
Yeah, that'd be fine for me with all my kids, right?
A lot of my camera roll is just videos of people who work here because
Delete that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll delete this one.
I think my past 30 things in my camera roll, maybe more, are just like yak clips. So I got to fix that.
I mean, we can watch like a bunch of Frank the Tank stream clips. I have them all on my phone, but
So, the guy got fired, or the guy they're splitting ways there, Babcock and the Blue Jackets. I thought the Chiclets exist in a bizarre universe, and actually they don't exist in a bizarre universe. They make sense. Chiclets is a podcast that is very successful because fans like them. They get players, and they talk about hockey like they're real dudes because they are real dudes. But hockey media is this weird ass place where there's a bunch of hockey media that appear to either hate hockey or hate the people who play hockey or hate the fans of hockey. And they just want, it's like they found hockey so that they could push their morals on the audience.
There is not a bigger divide between the players and their attitudes towards basically everything in life.
Right.
And the fans of that sport and their attitudes towards basically everything in life. Like, I feel like hockey fans are the biggest fucking dorks in the world. And the players, like, if you put hockey fans and hockey players together in a big group and let them like hang out, the divide would happen very quickly where they would just.
I think hockey players and hockey fans are a lot closer, but hockey media has no idea what hockey players and hockey fans
Maybe
are
it's
about.
just the hockey fans on the internet that I see, but they are the biggest dweebs on earth.
But this refusal of hockey media to give the Chicklets guys any credit, like the one woman last week was like, I don't know how you can trust that podcast or something like that. Like, they got it from players. They got the information from
They're more
players.
sourced than you are, bitch.
They are way more sourced than these hockey media people.
Yeah.
And they push back on them. They're like, can you trust these guys? Yeah, you sure fucking can. You sure fucking can.
Going through my camera roll. So shout out my buddy, old producer Jim Cunningham.
What's Jim up to these days?
He's at Fox.
That fucking son of a bitch.
I send him. I have a bunch of pictures of black dudes wearing jerseys of white athletes. He's fascinated by these. So I take pictures in the wild.
Well, you know what? Now I'm also fascinated.
Yeah, you're
going
to be fascinated because it's a rare thing
to
to
see a black guy wearing a
Larry Bird jersey.
That's incredible. What a great thing.
So
to be
I'm going through my
by.
camera roll, and I was walking around Chicago, and I saw a black dude wearing a Steve Kerr Bulls jersey and took a picture.
That's amazing. that is amazing.
I have a lot of that in my camera roll.
All right. We got Chat in the Hat.
Yeah. Well, so we have to talk through what exactly we want to be doing with it. But I went through all the submissions, and I have them written out.
The first question, Brandon, is should you and I know what is going in the hat, or is it better for it to be a surprise? And I guess to answer that question, it puts a lot of trust in these three that
you're right. We shouldn't know.
I think we should know. Yeah. But what, Connor?
Well, I was just going to say, there are some in here that I think would be very funny if you had no idea what you were pulling out and it just happened.
Give me an example of some just to set the tone of what the submissions were.
Let's just pick one at random. We're pulling it out right now. In theory, this is a practice run.
Okay. I'll scroll a little bit on my phone and see what my thumb lands on. Dress like Brandon Day.
That's pretty funny. That's okay. What did you think?
I don't mind that.
What did you think about my gift wheel idea? Not gift wheel, gift hat.
I like that idea.
So Mark originally said at 20,000 subscribers. By the way, we're 11.4 right now. We need to get those numbers up.
11.8.
11.8.
11.8. Let's go.
If you're watching right now, subscribe to get those numbers up. At 20,000 subscribers, he was going to take the boys, everybody to dinner.
Yep.
But I said, hey, let's make it more interesting. So we're going to have a lot of hats on this show. We're going to have a gift hat, and we throw in dinner, maybe Air Maxes, sneakers.
Yeah, I don't know. Just gifts.
A bunch
gifts
of gifts,
in general.
and then whatever he draws out, he has to buy the whole crew.
Whatever I draw. I have to buy.
You're
not drawing.
You claim 20K. I'm at 30K.
So every 5,000 subscribers we alternate. Yeah, I get the
every 5,000
20,000, 30,000,
gift hat comes
40,000. You get the 25, 35, 45.
Okay.
If the show still exists at that point.
And I do.
But then I want two wrinkles. One, I want there to be a ton of gifts in there, but I want there to be one piece of paper in there that says, the boys have to buy gifts for us.
Correct. Reverse gift.
It's the reverse card.
Yeah.
And then I want one that is we buy gifts for the fans. Like there's one where like we pick like 5 people at random who watch the show, and
Fan gifts.
yeah, because we have to incentivize them to
We can do
subscribe.
fan gifts. We can do fan gifts. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. We can do that.
So we pull.
like it.
Yeah. If we pull the
So
fan
20,000, we go into the gift hat.
right?
Let's say we have 8 gifts in there.
Yeah.
We
should have more than that.
We have 80 gifts in there.
Yeah.
And then we have 1 floating reverse and 1 floating fan.
One floating fan. Yeah.
You know what?
And maybe the fan is just like
give the fans 2.
give the fans 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I like that idea. And then we draw, and if we draw that, then we draw again for what the gift would be, and then we just pick some people at random and give them that shit.
There's one more thing I want to talk about before we go. One more thing I want to talk. Can I get Che's tweet up, please? Stephen Che is a robot. Stephen Che is the most. I hate Stephen Che. He's the worst person we have at this company. Stephen Che puts out parlays and stuff, and you know he's good at making. I believe he makes picks, not choices. So he's good at it. But Saturday night, and I'm going through the ringer with Colorado, and I'm working on unnecessary roughness, and I'm getting ready. And at 1:04 a.m., I believe, he tweets out, "There are no shortcuts to greatness." And I thought, my God, what is Stephen Che up to? This son of a bitch is.
He's probably grinding in the weight room right now.
He is grinding in the weight room.
Yeah,
this guy is cutting weight. He's doing something. This guy is building. My God, get out of his way. He was just coming up with his parlay for the next day. And objectively, when it comes to gambling, correct me if I'm wrong, Ebo, there's no bigger shortcut to greatness than throwing $5 on a parlay to try to win $5,000.
I think it's everyone's, yeah.
Right.
That's the definition of a shortcut. when
A
it comes to
parlay is
gambling.
absolutely a shortcut to greatness.
Because I only have to win one bet.
Right, to get all of this money.
Yeah.
Finding a massive number with a plus by it and throwing a little bit of money at it
Dude.
is the definition of shortcut, right? in
Could you
gambling?
imagine if this company had somebody that threw together a 3-team money line parlay on Saturday that cashed at plus 1375? That guy.
Nobody knows what any of that means, unfortunately.
Well, you know
sorry
what?
to say that.
If you followed me, then you won that because I hit it. I hit Florida money line. I hit Missouri money line, and
This was these
Ohio
were
money
these were
line.
Connor,
choices
can we
or
go through
picks?
can we go through the choices again? What from the weekend? Because I thought I would.
You had
bring,
Michigan
yeah,
money line.
Yeah.
Beat Bowling Green 31-6.
You don't have to say the scores.
Ohio State money line 63-10, and then Notre Dame money line.
Is Buckeye Brandon back? By the way,
You know,
are you ready to say the Buckeyes might actually be decent? We'll find out. We'll find out.
I was going to
Saturday.
ask you. Listen. They sleptwalked through a couple of games, but they didn't sleepwalk the other day. And Western Kentucky, they're not bad. Like
Yeah.
they're not good, but they're not like Youngstown State. They're a decent team. 63-10 is pretty impressive.
I'm not.
How
brave,
fired up are you?
I'm not brave enough to say we're going to beat Notre Dame, but
Don't be a pussy.
everyone was like worried about the quarterback for Ohio State this year, and the quarterback to me was the least of the problems. Like
Don't be a
I
pussy.
wanted to. You want me to say it?
Yeah,
No, we're going to beat Notre Dame.
Good.
I just found out I'm going. By the way, I'm going to the game, so that'll be
Did
fun.
somebody else have to inform you of that? How'd you
Yeah,
just
'cause
find out?
I got a ticket from somebody else. So that's how that worked. I was not going to go to the game, and then someone's like, "You want to go to the game?" I
I'll be
said,
here.
Sure,
I'll
go
be
to
here
the game.
streaming it because I work for a living.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, unfortunately, I'm not the biggest Ohio State fan at this company, so otherwise, I'd
Literally
be
and figuratively.
otherwise I'd be here with you.
Because the other one's fat.
We got it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What else? Anything else?
There's a $80 million F-35 fighter jet
Yes.
on the loose over South Carolina, so just stay safe out there.
That's
What?
That's definitely in the ocean by now, right?
They don't know.
No.
What's the story?
There's an F-35 that was flying pilotless and just got away, and they don't know where it is.
The pilot is safe. He was taken to a hospital.
Who cares
He had
about the
to eject.
pilot? What about the plane?
No idea. This is right around where I used to live.
Oh, this
So-
could have been you.
This could have been. It could have wound up right in my backyard. The
Two
plane.
fighter jets were flying side by side. when
North
they were in
Charleston's
two
right
places.
off the Atlantic Ocean. Like it's definitely in the ocean.
We have no idea.
What do you mean we? You're not involved in the search, are you?
We as Americans.
Yeah, exactly. There could be people where it just landed up
What if-
in their land and they were like,
So
we
this
want to
thing's
hold
just
on
flying
to this.
around,
I think
no
this
pilot.
is just stock footage, right? This is.
I think this is just what that plane
Right.
would look like if you were
Right.
concerned.
This isn't the actual plane showing off.
No.
Although it would be funny if the plane was just mugging for the cameras like this. What's up, bitches?
So at some point it's going to run out of gas.
I don't,
crash,
and I said
that point has already happened.
I know it said the transponder isn't working, but how can we not find a plane?
Yeah, that is something that fucks me up too.
How can we not? We can find everything.
The Malaysian airline thing is
when we can't find planes. That's somebody's lying.
What's your Malaysian airline? That's a Tommy Walker prompt, I think. What's Tommy?
Oh, okay.
Tommy, read all about the Malaysian airline disappearance and go.
So let's build the show a little bit, okay? Why don't we do at 11:30 or 9:30, halfway through the show? Let's do what are the white women up to on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And then Wednesdays will be Tommy Walker Day.
Okay.
And then we'll do Chat in the Hat Thursdays.
Only Thursdays?
Or do you want to do those more often? Chat in the Hat every day?
I don't know. I guess it depends on what's in the hat, you know? If it's like...
Well, the chat's in the hat.
If we start pulling shit out and it's like, give $1,000 to...
We're going to go broke immediately.
I'm not trying to do that every single day.
I feel like Chat in the Hat is more of a concept. You can't really define it. You can't put boundaries on it. It
could be a Friday thing. That feels like a Friday thing.
I think it is every day.
I think it's an everyday
do
thing.
one Chat in the Hat every day.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start that tomorrow.
Don't forget we have to, at some point this week, get to our Immaculate Grid.
Yes.
WNBA Immaculate?
Yeah, do it right now. WNBA
Oh, I got to tease something while he's pulling that up. Tonight, me and Titus play each other in trivia. In the dozen individual tournament, we play each other in trivia.
Mano y mano.
And when are you recording your next round? Oh, shit.
All right, so that was the WNBA Immaculate.
Let's see.
I'm not having
All
a
right.
stats
All right.
category.
That logo on the top right is just not a logo.
Sparks, Lynx, Aces.
Sparks, Lynx, Aces. Okay.
No.
No.
That's-
Lynx is
that's
bottom
Lynx.
left.
That's Dallas Wing, right?
That's Dallas Wings.
That's not a team.
That's
a team.
No, a girl I used to
Dallas
play pickup
Wing?
with got drafted. by
Dallas
them.
Wings, Indiana Fever.
Hold on.
Just one wing?
Chicago Sky, LA Sparks. I feel like there's someone
Oh,
there.
that has to be Candace Parker, right? Or
Candace Parker. Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
That has
yeah.
to be
That's
Candace Parker.
Do Candace Parker.
This
Give us
one?
Candace
yeah,
Parker.
Candace Parker.
Yeah.
All right, tweet it. Give up and tweet it out.
Nice.
Way to be, Evo.
Don't say I don't know ball.
WNBA superfan. Ebo.
Oh, man.
Look at that. God, we're so fucking good at those. We
What
are
was,
so
what
good
was
at those.
the percent on Candace Parker? I didn't say.
We are so good. That's less than Brittany Griner. Brittany
so
Griner
it's
was
like
95,
95.
right? We're getting better. Fellas, we're getting better. We are so good at those.
We're on the come up.
One of these guys is going to fucking study for it and just ruin the
Just start
curves.
ripping off. I was trying to think of Indiana. I saw Indiana Fever up there, and I was trying to think of, as it turns out,
Wait,
I got nothing.
I knew a Fever. I knew a Fever Wings.
Who?
Tiara McCowan. She played Mississippi State. I bet that was right.
Well, run it back. Do an incognito tab.
What does that mean?
It means you can like reset the.
Oh,
You can like reset.
that might not be right. Who cares? We got our one.
You can't throw it out there.
We got our one. We got our
I
one.
want to
right?
see if you're right now.
I don't know if I'm right. I don't know. I think she plays for Dallas now, but who knows if this is dated or not.
Yeah, throw it. So we did Candace Parker.
Do the Fever Wing. Do the one in the dead middle. Yeah, Parker.
Candace Parker.
All right. McCow. MCCO. Yeah, that. Tiara McCown.
Let's go.
Yeah, Brad.
I'm not trying to high five you ever again. No. Get that hand away. Oh yeah.
What was that?
That was the adaptation of the double high five that I
Oh my
invented to
god.
try
Bang.
to fix.
Somebody beat
Season
39%. Somebody beat 39%.
Season 2, Brandon is a different animal. Wow. Oh
felt
my
good.
Is that
god.
a point?
That is a point. Brandon got a W today, I think.
I won the whole show?
I think you might.
Damn.
I think you might have. Yeah. We'll have to review the tape, but
Man, WNBA Grid is a perfect way to end the show.
WNBA Grid.
Like, the
WNBA Grid
vibes
is
are off
fucking
the
awesome,
charts
dude.
now.
It's
Tweet
awesome.
if you do the WNBA Grid today. Tweet it at us. Tag us. Don't tag Basketball Reference. Tag mostly sports.
2 for 9 is
Yeah.
is what to beat.
2 for 9. Well, what was our score? What was our rarity score? Did that?
818.
Dude, that's pretty fucking good. That's
gonna
pretty
tweet it.
good.
All
All
right.
right, I think that might be the show. See you guys tomorrow. Like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Do all that stuff, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.